flyers and are available at City Hall. Join us for the community tree planting event near South Suburban College Oak Forest campus on Saturday, September 27th. To register to be involved, visit oak-forest.org. Bremen High School District will host a community wellness clinic on October 10th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Oak Forest High School. Vaccines that will be available include COVID-19, flu, hepatitis A and B, HPV, MMR, and shingles. Register again at oak-forest.bhschooldistrict228.com. The Oak Forest Crestwood Chamber of Commerce will have the Community Expo on Saturday, October 18th from 9 a.m. to noon at Arbor Park Middle School. The free expo includes exhibits, iPass on demand, raffles and giveaways, and a kids costume parade at 10 a.m. For details, visit oc-chamber.org. Okay. All right. Then we are now going to change up a little bit from what has been normal. We are going from announcements now into citizens' participation. And if anyone wants to come at this point to address the council, we just ask that you come and give us your name and your address. Okay, we'll move on. I need a motion to establish the consent agenda. Alderman Danahill made the motion. Alderman Emmett seconded. Roll call.
Alderman Keeler,
Yes.
Alderman Emmett,
Yes.
Alderman Stewie,
Yes.
Alderman Danahill.
Yes.
Okay, consent agenda. Consideration of the following list of dated bills, regular bills and supplemental bills, fiscal year 2025-2026. Consideration of the following minutes, Fire and Police Commission, July 24th and August 5th of 2025. Civil Service Commission, July 22nd, 2025. Emergency Telephone System Board, July 1st and August 5th, 2025. Approval of the establishment of a 2025 Halloween trick-or-treat date and time as of Friday, October 31st, 2025 from 3 p.m. until 8 p.m. Okay. We have a motion to accept the consent agenda. Alderman Danahill made a motion. Alderman Stewie second. Any questions? Roll call.
Alderman Keeler,
Yes.
Alderman Emmett,
Yes.
Alderman Stewie,
Yes.
Alderman Danahill.
Yes.
Okay. We will now go into the Police Department. Approval of Resolution 2025-09-0498R, authorizing an acceptance of an Office of the Illinois Attorney General grant in the amount of $20,000. The grant will cover half of the city's annual fee for the flock safety cameras. Motion? Alderman Danahill made the motion. Second, please. Alderman Stewie. Okay, Scott, if you would.
Yeah, so back in, I think it was March, we applied through the Attorney General's office for this grant for organized retail crime. And a lot of this encompasses our 17 flock cameras that we have throughout the city. And the Attorney General's office was offering a $20,000 grant on that to reimburse half of our cost for our annual service fee for that program for the fiscal year 25-26.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Keeler,
Yes.
Alderman Emmett,
Yes.
Alderman Stewie,
Yes.
Alderman Danahill.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay. All right, approval of authorizing contract award to McMillan's Electric Company in the amount of $456,470 for a natural gas generator for the police department and 911 operation center. Alderman Emmett made the motion. Second, Alderman Danahill. Scott, you want to go ahead?
Okay, our current generator right now is running around 26 years old. It's nearing its end-of-life service. What we're seeing now is replacement parts are becoming obsolete. They are becoming hard to find, and they're becoming costly to go ahead and replace those components. We started looking at this about 2 years ago. What we did was we went out for RFP for it. A portion of this generator has been budgeted for through CIP. However, when the bid came back, $256,000 was unbudgeted for. We have spoken with finance. We do have the funding from the 911 program. We presented that to the 911 board. It has been approved, and now I'm bringing it to you for your approval.
Any questions? One of the things that I'd like to add there is we are also looking at grants. There is a grant that's out there that Scott's working on that we're going to try to get with some of the politicians and see if they might be able to help us get it through for FEMA. So, in case. All right. Roll call.
Alderman Keeler,
Yes.
Alderman Emmett,
Yes.
Alderman Stewie.
Yes.
Alderman Danahill.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. All right, Public Works. Approval of pay estimate number 2 in the amount of $446,509.33 payable to M&J Asphalt Paving and related to the 2025 MFT road program. Need a motion? Alderman Danahill made the motion. Second, Alderman Stewie. Mike?
Good evening. As you noted, this is pay estimate number 2 for the 2025 MFT road program. All work has been completed on this program. We will be doing final inspections and putting together a punch list for the contractor. The total work completed to date is $1,335,460.26. Of that, we are holding 5% retainage, which is $66,773.01. And then the previous payment was $822,177.92. Thus, this payment, as you noted, $446,509.33.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Keeler,
Yes.
Alderman Emmett,
Yes.
Alderman Stewie.
Yes.
Alderman Danahill.
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, next, approval of revised intergovernmental agreement with the Forest Preserve District of Cook County regarding temporary and permanent easements to construct roadway improvements at 147th Street and Oak Park Avenue. Need a motion. Alderman Emmett made the motion. Alderman Danahill, second. Mike?
So as noted, we are working with the Cook County Forest Preserve as far as some improvements for the intersection at 147th and Oak Park Avenue. We are looking to widen the one traffic lane and then widen the shoulder as well. In order for us to do that, it actually ends up, there's a drainage ditch there that we need to push back, so that ends up to be on Cook County Forest Preserve property. So we have been working with them to get permanent and temporary easements. We did go through an initial intergovernmental agreement that was brought to the City Council, and that was approved on June 24th of 2025. Once it went back to the Cook County Forest Preserve Board, they made a couple of minor changes, which actually more benefit us. They took out the section that we would have to pay for those easements. So just bringing that back to the City Council here, noting that those changes are going to be made and seeking your approval.
Any questions? Roll call.
Alderman Keeler,
Yes.
Alderman Emmett,
Yes.
Alderman Stewie.
Yes.
Alderman Danahill.
Yes.
Okay, next. Approval of the purchase of equipment to upfit the department's new 2025 Western Star Vector truck in the budgeted amount of $18,690.79. Need a motion? Alderman Tannehill made the motion, second. Alderman Stewie. Mike, go ahead.
On May 13th, the city council approved the purchase of the new 2025 Western Star Vac truck, which was delivered July 24th of 2025. Obviously, the truck doesn't come with any of the equipment. So we're looking to upfit the new truck with the various equipment listed here. A couple of these items are sole source, including the Warthog nozzle, the com hub, and then the headset. And that would also match some of the equipment that we have on our Jetta truck as well too. We did attempt to get multiple quotes. We have two companies that we've been more so getting these parts for the back truck, the EPA parts, and then standard equipment. Some of the other companies out there, basically they will sell one or two of these parts, but they really don't provide the majority of the parts. So, but they still, in a sense, they still sell it for the same price. Some of these are kind of price fixed. So, but we are seeking to, like I said, upfit the new truck so that we can. We've already started using it, but so we can use it further.
Any questions? Alderman Emmett.
Like the 18,000's coming from the savings from the truck when the truck was like 100-some thousand cheaper, right?
Yes, the original budgeted amount for the truck was $775,000. The actual purchase price for the truck that we got was $660,530.
So that you'll be taking that money from that surplus?
Correct.
Hey, thanks, Mike.
Any other questions? Alderman Keeler.
Now, is there anything else that has to be done to this truck, or is that totally 100% of the truck?
That should be it. I mean, over the course of time, we'll have to replace.
Right, but I'm just saying to get it up.
And of that nature, but this is pretty much, this should upfit.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Keeler.
Yes.
Alderman Emmett.
Yep.
Alderman Stewie.
Yes.
Alderman Danahill.
Yes.
Thanks, Mike. Okay, we'll go into administration. Approval of ordinance 2025-09-11120, amending the code of Oak Forest regarding the establishment of a quality-based selection, QBS, policy and procedure. Need a motion? Alderman Stewie made the motion. Alderman Keeler, second.
All righty, I will take this one. So in 2022, the city submitted a funding request to the SSMMA, who administers the federal surface transportation funds that are allocated to this region for the resurfacing of Oak Park Avenue from 147th to 159th. We learned recently that we are going to be receiving funding for that project. The funding will cover 80% of engineering and of construction. Because federal funds are being used, the city will need to procure engineering services pursuant to the quality-based selection process. It differs than the regular engineering selection act that the state has. This procedure follows both state and federal guidelines. Similar to an endeavor that I took, helped administer in my former community about 4 years ago. Same, quote, grant program with regards to this project. Right now, with regards to timeline, it is anticipated that engineering will take place in 2026, with construction tentatively scheduled for 2027. If that should change as we get into the engineering, I'll let the council know. But in order to proceed with that consultant selection, I'm asking to codify that procedure, which we will use not only for this project, but coincidentally, the project on Central Avenue for the bike path that is going to be done in conjunction with the county. the Phase 3 engineering also, the engineer also has to be selected via the same process. So it'll be needed for 2 projects, at least in the near term.
Alderman Emmett.
Moses, on this engineering, a lot of these engineers don't know what's really going on in our community. We got that road given to us in 2009. It's been a disaster. We have flooding that floods Oak Park Avenue, north and southbound lanes. The sewers, we got cattails coming out of, they probably collapsed. That's how long it's been. So I would hope the engineers sit with us, because if you read the agreement in 2009, I think it was the Forest Preserve or the Water District never addressed the flooding coming out of the Forest Preserve on the Oak Park Avenue. And I believe Troy tried getting answers, but it was one of them quick deals. Once it got done, they gave it to us. So I want to make sure when engineers are out there that they make sure it's just not the prettiness of the surface between 151 and 52, and the mayor would know, Denise knows, there's a flood over there. So I just want to see new asphalt, and then they don't know about all the sewers being caved in or something, you know. A lot of times, you know, the engineers do it, and we don't even know really what they did. So I like to be kept up on that, so we do get a good project out of this.
Okay, so this project is for the resurfacing, but if there's other things that are underlying that need to take care of, you know, we're going to have to, you know, address that with Mike, you know, who's the city's engineer, and also, you know, is this an MWRD issue if we have flooding? Is this a storm sewer issue? So
I just want to see
if this is going to affect the timeline of the project, when I say 2027, you know, that has yet to be seen.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Alderman Danahill.
I don't have a question, just a comment. It'll be really nice to have that street done. Very nice, especially to get that flooding. It used to be, is there like a wetland to the east
Correct.
of Oak Park there? And that's what floods when we get heavy rains. It's that wetland that street is, I think, too low. So that street might need to be raised or put some sewers in or something like you said. But it'll be very nice to have that street finally done.
Does it flood in a particular location or just in general?
Particular
Okay.
location, there's usually a sign that Public Works puts out that says,
Wet pavement.
yeah, wet pavement. Well, you know it's wet because you can't drive through it. So, but yeah, and Mike knows probably exactly where it is. And that's the only part of it, really. The rest of it
Good.
is good.
It's the little lagoon that's to the north of the walking trail, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like your
Yeah.
walking trail is here and it would be west of the walking.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's on the east side of Oak Park, and it's between,
151 and 152.
it might be a little bit even further down, but,
You can see the cattails
yeah.
as we drive today.
If you drive down Oak Park Avenue, you'll see where it is, because the road is a little low on that side.
Okay. Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Keeler?
Yes.
Alderman Emmett?
Yes.
Alderman Stewie?
Yes.
Alderman Danahill?
Yes.
Okay. All right, approval of comprehensive health benefit renewal contract with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois for employee and retiree health insurance, dental, vision, and life insurance. Need a motion? Alderman Emmett made the motion. Second? Alderman Stewie. Okay, any questions? Moses, you wanna?
Sure. So this,
Oops, sorry. My
you know,
fault.
this stems from our conversation at the Committee of the Whole meeting prior to the last City Council meeting. What we are facing is an almost 20% increase in our health insurance premiums for the coming year that starts on October 1st. Due to contractual issues in previous arbitration decisions, the city at this time cannot change the health insurance portion of what's being offered to city employees. Here, what we're talking about tonight is the health insurance renewal, which is going to stay the same. Nothing's going to change. But a possibility that we looked into in bundling the dental, vision, and life insurance all under the Blue Cross Blue Shield umbrella. As we talked about at the last meeting, upon receiving kind of what the final estimate would be from our broker, I scheduled a meeting and informed all 5 of our employee unions about the change, especially with regards to price, but also the possibility of lowering the health insurance premium by bundling the dental, vision, and life insurance options, which the city can do. It's not subject to the collective bargaining agreements. Essentially, what we talked about at the last meeting is whether or not we would bundle the vision with the other plans. And I said at that meeting that staff would bring forth the recommendation to the council at this meeting of where to go, based on feedback that I would receive from the unions. I've talked to everyone, really can't report any feedback to you. I think everybody understands, where the market's at, the position that we're in. Really, no comments to offer about, switching our dental, vision, and life insurance to the Blue Cross Blue Shield brand and their offering. Those 3 plans are voluntary, but if we do bundle it, everybody will receive at least some savings off of the health insurance premiums. I believe where we last left it was we're going to get about a 1.5% discount if we bundle all of the options. So that's my recommendation based on your direction at the last meeting, is to renew our health insurance plan for the year that starts October 1st with all 4 plans under the Blue Cross Blue Shield umbrella. Any questions?
Roll call?
Alrighty. Alderman Keeler?
Yes.
Alderman Emmett?
Yes.
Alderman Stewie?
Yes.
Alderman Danahill?
Yes.
Okay, we'll move on. Approval of legal representation engagement with Dwight Pancotine, Esquire, in conjunction with upcoming negotiations for a successor collective bargaining agreement between the City of Oak Forest and its firefighters union, IAFF Local 3039. Need a motion? Alderman Danahill made the motion. Second? Alderman Stewie?
Okay, one moment.
Okay. Any questions at this point? Moses? You wanna-
Obviously, I don't have the institutional knowledge or historical experience with our last collective bargaining agreement with our firefighters unit. Dwight is not with our corporation council. We have used him in past negotiations with fire. From what I understand, we like his services. We appreciate his services, and we'd like to use him again for the upcoming negotiation, which is going to start later this month. He's not part of Climate Source, so therefore, in order to engage him again, I asked him for a letter of engagement that the city council needs to okay, so we can proceed and continue to use his services with these negotiations.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Keeler?
Yes.
Alderman Emmett?
Yes.
Alderman Stewie?
Yes.
Alderman Danahill?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. We'll move on to approval of special event/parade permit for Oak Forest High School Homecoming Parade, September 19, 2025. Need a motion? Alderman Danahill made the motion. Second? Alderman Keeler. Who's
All
this?
right, all the information's in the packet. I really do not have any comments about this request for the high school is hosting a cross-country event. So They'll be on city streets. They needed to provide us with a certificate of insurance and waiver. Like the next item, I've asked Public Works that before we get started is just kind of to audit the area with regards to any issues with the streets or sidewalks, but that's about it.
Any questions? Roll call.
All righty. Alderman Keeler?
Yes.
Alderman Emmett?
Yes.
Alderman Stewie?
Yes.
Alderman Danahill?
Yes.
Now we're just on the parade permit.
Okay, we'll move forward. Approval of special event parade permit for the Oak Forest High School Homecoming Parade, September 19th. Need a motion? Alderman Danahill made the motion. Second? Alderman Stewie. Moses?
All right, another request from Oak Forest High School regarding their homecoming parade on September 19th. This is actually a special event parade permit. We have a parade permit procedure in our code, and same thing. We are going to ask Public Works to audit the parade area, and they needed to provide insurance and a signed waiver.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Keeler?
Yes.
Alderman Emmett?
Yes.
Alderman Stewie?
Yes.
Alderman Danahill?
Yes.
We will go into community development. Approval of agreement 2025-09-0312A, approving an intergovernmental agreement with Illinois Department of Transportation for an Invest in Cook application for Natalie Creek Trail along east side of Central Avenue from 159th to 151st. Need a motion? Alderman Emmett made the motion. Need a motion? Alderman Emmett made the motion. Alderman Danahill, second. Paul?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before us is a intergovernmental agreement for the Natalie Creek Bike Trail. Brief history on the grant. The Invest in Cook grant application was submitted earlier this year, March of 2025, was awarded earlier in July. The entire cost of this segment of Sis Avenue from 159th to 151st costs just under $5 million. The city's remaining contribution to the path in order to see it built from this point is $104,000. And that's something that's already built into the capital improvements plan for next year. What is the request before us this evening is an intergovernmental agreement with IDOT partnering with Cook County to run through and facilitate this grant. The funds are coming from the state of Illinois and then being distributed through the county. So kind of a bottleneck between the both. What is the IGA providing us? It's providing the requirements, deadlines, feel comfortable us moving forward with the project. They need to make sure that we have the safeguards in place and the means to make it happen. So just kind of a brief overview, the Natalie Creek Trail is a connected trail service that will connect all the way from the Tinley Creek Trail at 159th and Central, all the way down to the CalSag Trail, utilizing different municipalities such as Midlothian, Crestwood, Robbins, and Blue Island. So Oak Forest has been at the forefront on this and is looking to be the first kind of connection, but also being the epicenter and kind of the start of the connections from the trails. And I believe Crestwood is not too far, as well as Midlothian behind that. So we're all working towards the same goal and trying to build segments that eventually will connect to one large trail. So what is the next steps? Before you this evening would be the approval of the intergovernmental agreement. After that, we need to provide an RFQ for phase 3 construction, as city administrator was talking about, utilizing the rules and regulations that we just put in place for the quality-based bidding process. And then what is the next steps after that? Our intention is to go through a February 27th, 2026 letting, and then starting construction in spring of 2026. So not too far at this point, as this project has been, kind of a 10-year process in the works, and trying to get all of the funds in order. This is kind of the last steps before, we select a person for the RFQ process, and then, it's pretty much running from that point on. So very little before you guys, and then we're, planning to continue to process, different segments year after year, making it manageable without necessarily taking on the entire project at once. So with that, I will entertain any questions.
Alderman Emmett.
Paul, do you know what the width of that asphalt is going to be?
10 feet.
10 feet?
Yes.
Because I'm reading that contract, and the language is in there, it says Oak Forest is going to maintain this afterwards. So I just want to make sure that, all the signs are put up, the little stop signs before you cross the street, the ADA, because we're going to maintain it. I don't want it to be like Oak Park Avenue. We got to, years later, spend millions, because I expect the children that walk are going to want that plowed, most likely. The children that walk are going to want that plowed, most likely. The children that walk are going to want that plowed, most likely, at the high school. I bet you that is going to be part of our maintenance.
Not as far as part of the IGA requirements as the maintenance, but yes, absolutely. The nice thing, the difficult thing is obviously we're working with the state, we're working with the county, and we have to go through their requirements. But the other good thing about we're working with the state is that the contractors and everything else have to work through their same requirements, and they're not going to be able to do it without the proper pedestrian improvements, signage,
Striping,
and striping and everything, to hand it to us with a complete project.
I know you've been working on this. This is well needed for Central. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Keeler?
Yes.
Alderman Emmett?
Yes.
Alderman Stewie?
Yes.
Alderman Danahill?
Yes.
Okay, next, approval of authorizing execution of a letter of intent from EMA Properties LLC to purchase city-owned property at 5100 West 159th Street. Need a motion? Alderman Danahill made the motion. Second, Alderman Emmett. Paul?
Yes. So as the mayor said, simply this is a step in the process for a developer to be selected and also move forward with their due diligence process. So just kind of touching briefly on the history of the property that we're speaking of is the old mobile home site next to the original Pancake House on 159th between LeClaire and Laramie. The history, the city has acquired the property, 5.2 acre site, between 2016 and 2018 between multiple, and actually talking to city treasurer, we were talking that it predates much longer beyond that, with the process of getting the trailer park to the point where we were able to acquire it. And then just kind of looking at the city's fees built into it in acquiring it, the mobile home park cost 2.2. And the automotive site on the corner there of LeClaire and 159th was another 107. So not to say that, the city did that in vain. This is, building the case on why the city has accumulated it together in order to, redevelop it in a way to, benefit the city. So kind of jumping into the request before you this evening, I have some pictures to follow, but just kind of the narrative. What is being requested is 2 commercial pads with a square foot of 3,234 utilizing drive-throughs, and then 2 multifamily residential buildings in the rear, providing 60 units for each building for a total of 120 units. The additional space inside of the buildings. There'll be 2 different programmings depending on which building, but they're going to be cross-lateral as far as usable from, both of their clients. So that being said, the one half will be for more athletic, bike repair and parking and fitness, and then the other one will be more for co-working spaces and opportunities to kind of work from home and have a little office space there. And then secondly, or lastly, is outdoor activities also being added, some more green space, some open areas, and some kind of space that could be utilized for, not only the businesses, but more importantly, the residents that would be a part of this community. And then lastly here, the current project is estimated at a $38 million project based upon what they are looking to put forward. So as you could see here, the front on the bottom of the screen here is 159th Street, with the left corner being the original Pancake House. As you go down 159th, they're looking at utilizing retail to continue the commercial along 159th Street, and then staggering 2 residential buildings in the back. Those residential buildings will utilize, like I said, the additional amenities, and including additional garages, not a single garage for every single unit there, but additional garages for those that may need, an internal space or additional storage. So just a general look on the building. This is still something that need to go through planning and zoning. We've brought it through a preliminary discussion with them and just got some high-level interest, feedback in how they potentially could bring something back a little bit better for them. But ultimately, they came with a positive recommendation moving forward on the uses here. And then secondly would be the commercial buildings, which is, as you can see, quite similar to what they have proposed over at 156 and Cicero with that new building that's going up now. So along the lines of that, what would be the next steps here is the letter of intent, which would allow them to continue their due diligence process. They have already started the process working with our TIF consultant to confirm if that's something that would make sense in order to move their project forward. Say that all of that, aligns and everything is ready to come back to you guys for some type of request. We would at that point look at a redevelopment agreement, and then secondly, at the same time, look at zoning approvals that would also come through you guys for final authority. And then lastly, they're intending on breaking ground early of next year in 2026 and complete the project in early of 2027, which is quite ambitious, but depending on how, these next steps in the process move along, will be depending on how long it will take, for them to get started. And then with that, I will entertain any questions.
Alderman Emmett.
I've been reading here on the computer here, with the letter of intent, what is the income going to come back to the city? What are they going to be purchasing? We got 2.4 into it? Am I missing the numbers here?
So no, the sale price was left out of the letter of intent with the intention that that is something that would be negotiated with the TIF request that would come back before you with a full package. So,
Okay.
By making it more expensive and then looking to capture some of the TIF requests being acquiring property, there is kind of an offset opportunity there as well too. So rather than coming to a concrete number here and then potentially changing it when it comes back to a final deal, we figured we would keep that out and allow them to have exclusivity, and a purchase sales price would need to be negotiated at the end of the letter of intent, if not an extension.
Okay, that's what I'm making sure that we don't miss out on that opportunity.
Yeah.
I just want to do a letter of intent and then we say, oh, we gave them the land. No, it's going to be nice, but we got to recapture some money here.
Right.
Thank you, Paul.
No problem.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Keeler,
Yes.
Alderman Emmett,
Yes.
Alderman Stewie,
Yes.
Alderman Danahill.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paul. Okay. We will now move into old business. Anyone have any old business? No? Okay. Treasurer Kelly.
I may have missed something, but at one point, we were talking about the motorized scooters and bicycles. And I think it was the last meeting that as I was leaving City Hall, I had 3 of them coming across, and it was hard to see them. And I thought, I wonder if we come up, we did get information from the city administrator, but is there going to be more discussion about it? Have we I haven't seen anything on the website or the e-briefs, and just to let people know if we're changing anything or what can be expected. I had one of my students, I've been doing some substitute teaching, and I saw her zipping along into the parking lot in the morning, and I asked her, I said, how fast can that thing go? It was a bicycle, to 15 miles per hour. And she doesn't wear a helmet, and so that was my question for old business. Is this going to come back and be part of our discussion, or are we just going to stay with what we've been doing?
So we have put out public communication. It's been on our e-briefs. It's been on our website. I believe it was going to go in the water bill, but I need to confirm that. I know we talked about putting that same communication insert in the water bill. We do not need to update the ordinance with regards to e-bikes. With regards to e-scooters, where we're at right now is they're not permitted. E-scooters are only permitted on one's private property. They're only permitted if the city passes an ordinance allowing them. Are we still going to have some of the same issues where people are not wearing helmets, they're not obeying stop signs, they're not obeying traffic signals? Alderman Stewie did come into my office today to talk about, what he's observed. The question that I need to pose to the police department, and I'll speak to the deputy chief about it, is the notion of parental responsibility. And we did talk about this before. There is a big need of communicating to the public, and especially the parents, about what's allowed, what's not allowed. Especially when it comes to e-scooters. Right now, they're not allowed, period. There's safety factors. Personally, I think the state law is not yet with regards to if we do an ordinance, where is the safety factor? So we're kind of observing and letting it breathe to see on how this kind of evolves over time. I know some towns, and again, I'm not proposing anything tonight, or I haven't received policy direction, that they're getting very aggressive with regards to holding parental responsibility. I don't have an answer for that. I need to research that of who's doing what, because I know that's going to be a big deal here. But in order to kind of, rein in some of this behavior, which we're not, unique, everybody is dealing with it. What is it that we need to be doing? So right now, there's no proposed ordinance on the table. We're all up to date where we want to be. And whether we want to relook at e-scooters in the future, we can do that. But then we're going to have to deal with the some of the repercussions and the issues we're going to have with e-scooters.
I would like to say it's something that I think mentioned to the mayor a while ago when we first talked about this. I think it makes sense for us to also talk to the schools. I mean, that's where the people they're using their scooters and their electric bikes to get back and forth to school. And the schools have had rules about regular bikes, and they have bike racks, but they can also, I think, help get the word out and enforce some of what we're trying to do, because everybody wants the kids to be safe. So thank you.
Thank you. No, I think it's a good idea to let the schools know that, especially if they're seeing scooters on their property, how are they getting there? Because we don't allow it. So thank you.
Yeah, there have been incidents where a child was injured crossing the street, that child was at fault, so they actually, I believe, got ticketed. Their family did. And there's been other, police have stopped some other, from what I've talked to the police chief, they have stopped some other motorized scooter people. So it's just a matter of how far we want to go with it, so. Okay. Anybody else got any old business? Any new business? No? All right, so I need a motion to adjourn. Alderman Danahill made the motion. Second? Alderman Stewie. Roll call, please.
Alderman Keeler?
Yes.
Alderman Emmett?
Yes.
Alderman Stewie?
Yes.
Alderman Danahill?
Yes.
We are adjourned.
Praise the Lord.
Thank you.
No, I mean, there might be parts where that might not be enough right away, but it was 10 feet.